We've got some good news and some bad news about Forza Motorsport 7. First, the good news: it's exactly the Forza game you were expecting. Next, the bad news: it's exactly the Forza game you were expecting. This 7th entry in the series, and amazingly, the third example on Xbox One. Each previous Xbox only saw 2 mainline Forza Motorsport releases, is very much an evolution of the games that preceded it, and that's both good and bad. Let's look at the good side of this coin. Firstly, Forza 7 is stunningly gorgeous. The tracks and environments seem to have received the most graphical attention. In addition to active backdrops with crowds, helicopters and other set pieces, there are other details that bring the locations to life. The most visually stunning we found in our brief time playing was on the Dubai circuit, which is one of the introductory courses when starting the campaign. As you're driving, you pass through sandy deserts where the wind is actively blowing sand onto the course, creating drifts, and you can see it all happening. Even on less drastically sandy tracks like Laguna Seca, you'll see light clouds of dust wafting across the track. The weather is more varied and challenging, too. Rainy conditions return, along with standing water, which will seriously affect your traction and handling. But there are also unusual conditions like early morning fog, which we experienced in an early race at Hockenheim. The fog not only cut down on how far forward we could see, but it caused the light to diffuse everywhere, making it tough to see when driving toward the sun. The cars themselves haven't been radically updated, compared with Horizon 3 and Motorsport 6. But they still look beautiful, and every single vehicle's engine, interior, and trunk can be closely examined with Forza Vista. But extra details have been added that bring you closer to actually driving these cars. For instance, many of the regular road cars' windshield wipers begin to wiggle and shimmy as speeds increase, showing the effect of wind on them. And as you may have seen in the trailers, the various bundles of wires and hoses in some race cars also vibrate as you're driving. There isn't much change to the gameplay, either. The physics model is just as spot-on as any previous Forza Motorsport game. There are also plenty of driver assists and the signature rewind function to aid less experienced and less skilled drivers play the game. Many race series are available in the campaign mode to complete, and you will be required to complete various series in order to move on to new and more challenging events. Races in the campaign can also now be lengthened or shortened depending on preferences. You could give yourself an extra challenge in trying to win with fewer laps, or lasting longer. Adding more laps could also give you more time to beat tougher opponents. And of course you have the option of participating in quick single races, split-screen multiplayer, online multiplayer, and special challenges if you get tired of the campaign. There is plenty to unlock and collect, too. There are over 700 of those beautiful aforementioned cars to collect and race. Interestingly, having enough credits isn't enough to buy each car in the game. Forza Motorsport 7 employs a system in which you must have collected enough cars to unlock a new tier of vehicle. This sounds like it could be frustrating, and we can attest that some of the cars locked away early on seem like they should be readily available. But the positive part of this is that this system forces you to spend a little more time with some fun slower cars you might have missed if you could just buy anything you want.